Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog. So, hey, I was checking out the Evil DM's YouTube channel, doing some Google searches, and I found that the Evil DM, Vince Florio, has an interesting, I hadn't even heard of this website. Actually, it's pretty interesting. Solo.to. It allows you to put up like one stop shopping for all your material. And I'm looking at it and I'm saying, hey, look at this. He's got a bunch of links, substacks, pretty interesting stuff, pretty useful stuff, podcasts. I'm surprised Well Games production stuff isn't linked there, but okay. Support me by shopping or donating. Buy me a coffee, Ko-fi, YouTube, Mazes and Perils, the first Holmes D&D clone. No, it's not. Now, I happen to know this because this is how I actually got to meet Vince. I called him out for essentially cloning a clone, Holmes 77. Uh, Now, Holmes 77 by what's it, Thorkenhammer slash R.C. Pennell was something that Pennell wrote based upon Holmes's work in 2011, and then essentially abandoned it. And Vince republished it as Mazes and Perils, and then claimed writing credit. And I confronted Vince on this. It was a very if I had a YouTube channel at the time, it would have been a very loud confrontation. Suffice to say that there there was a meeting of minds on this one because I did call uh, Vince a plagiarist for taking credit. Because even with the OGL, you got to give credit, right? You don't just say I did it all. He's like, oh, contributing. Well, Vince wasn't even changing words, so he went and he re-edited Mazes and Perils into his own words. It became an any winner. But you do notice something very important. It wasn't the first. Now you could say, well, maybe Vince doesn't remember too well. I remember, and I know exactly what he based it upon. But what I found interesting as I dug a little bit deeper is this. So this is Save or Die from July 9th, 2011. Now, by the way, remember, Mazes and Perils was 2012. And we're about to go into the last section of this episode.
I want to show you a trick Mother showed me when you weren't around.
Use your lightning bolt.
This week we'll
Don't
have...
everybody talk at once.
Yeah. Well, I was about to say something until I was so rudely interrupted, Glenn.
Wow.
He's my buddy. Go ahead.
We here at WGPRN do not condone any actions by Crispy also.
By the way, that disclaimer, that's Vince Florio. That's Vince's voice.
Liz, what are we covering?
We're covering Holmes 77.
By Thoki.
Thorky.
That's his new name.
Thoki.
Thorky.
Sorry, Thork. I wrote down Thoki in the notes.
All right. So, Vince obviously knows that Holmes 77 predates Mazes and Perils. So he's taking credit, which is nothing new with this corner of the gaming universe, take credit for something that they never did. So I did put up a blog post early this morning, late last night, after midnight, covering this. And I can't believe it is 12 years after I covered this initially. Now, why Vince would think that somehow I'd forget this stuff? I mean, I don't, because something was irking me the moment I saw Mazes and Perils role-playing game, the first Holmes D&D clone. Now, he won an Emmy for this, a gold Emmy in 2012, 2013 for best free product. An Emmy. And the Emmy is not enough to claim, right? He's claiming the first Holmes D&D clone. Holmes 77 is the first Holmes D&D clone. And it's a great clone, by the way, folks. Don't get me wrong. Hey, Mazes and Perils is a great clone of Holmes. They're both good. Mazes and Perils, though, is number 2, not number 1. And it's built off of Holmes 77. I will include all the links in the show notes of the work that I did back in 2012 when I covered this, and last night's post. But just as an example, on the left side of the screen, this version edited by Eric Holmes, retro organized by R.C. Pennell 2011. That's Holmes 77. Mazes and Peril Core Rules by Vince Florio, contributor, R.C. Pennell. Okay. And then I guess that was version 2 of the rules, and their Mazes and Perils, which still said contributor R.C. Purnell. So I actually have screenshots of Vince's first release of Mazes and Perils, where Holmes 77 and Mazes and Perils, the exact same page, is the exact same content. So how you make this claim with a straight face, I don't know. But that being said, I'm sure Vince could use some activity. I will include a link to also Vince's solo page, solo.to. And hey, give the man credit. He's got nearly twice my subscribers and nearly half my views. So he could probably use a few more views, a few more comments. Please spend a little time. Give Vince your thoughts. On that note, as always, be safe, be well, God bless. Roll the dice. Roll them well tonight. A very special guest on our live stream. None other than James Raggy, Lamentations of the Flame Princess. Oh my God. So, 8 p.m. tonight. Hope to see you there. Catch you later.